Neil, your rating system is ridiculous.
No,
Stop looking at me like, what would you rate it?
I gave it a 4.
Okay, so I'm an educator.
Yeah.
It's a C movie.
It's not even a C movie.
Yes, it is.
No way.
The action scenes weren't elevating it to a C.
I would give it a D.
Why?
I would give it a D because it's not. Those weren't fulfilling. You're like, oh my gosh,
but it was
that
good,
was incredible. It's fun. I'll give it that.
Eating Reese's Pieces, but it's not good for you.
No,
but it's
that
fine.
Reese's Pieces has shards of glass in it. It's painful. It is painful to eat.
Calm down, diabetic man. Okay, chill.
It was Halloween yesterday, and I didn't get any candy. It's and so right now, actually, to prove it to you, I'm not wrong.
Okay, no, stop it. Okay, no, you're bothering me with your little rating system. Okay, what's Spider-Man in the Spider-Verse?
Every bit of an 8, maybe a 9.
Okay, then no, I don't care about your rating system. That's a freaking
Why?
10.
Oh my gosh!
Spider-Verse? How's Spider-Verse not a 10?
No. I'm sorry. Spider-Verse. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I thought you meant like No Way Home. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'll give that a 10.
Okay.
I'll absolutely give that a 10.
I was literally about to just start
You
questioning
guys, all right,
everything.
viewer or listener.
I was reaching over to turn off record and shut down this
Tyler
thing.
had a look on his face just now that really actually frightened me. And I've never been frightened in this recording booth before, but we're here alone and I really need to crack a window because it's getting warm in here.
It is.
Welcome to season 3 of the Explain Everything podcast. In the next 30 minutes, your 2 best friends are going to help you stay the smartest person in every room. If you haven't sent this to every contact in your phone by now, you're doomed to forget the passwords to your websites. Don't worry though, Tyler will let you use his. We've got new full episodes every Monday and little baby bonus episodes every Thursday. An all-new Explain Everything podcast starts right now. Looks like we made it.
Fine, we'll do Black Adam.
Okay.
Fine,
we
The
don't want
Rock.
to.
Well, they paid us.
I mean, we're the reason why he's even popular. Who's doing a Will It Rock segment on their podcast?
Nobody.
Nobody
No
is.
one. No one.
We were going to do Will It Cage.
Yeah, but we got sued.
We did. We did. Yeah. And they're like,
man,
we're going to put you
boy
in a
named
cage.
Sue said, you better not do it. And I said, all right. And that's what
right.
actually being sued
All
is.
right.
Couldn't think of a person named Sue.
Sue.
Sue Bird. Isn't she a NBW player?
Sure. Seems like it. Seems like it.
Yeah.
Well, Marty Bird's wife. What is his?
I need
name?
it. No, you're getting too far off. Sue
sorry.
is what we're trying to connect with here, Neil. Stay focused, my
Hey,
guy.
everybody, welcome
Welcome
to the Explain Everything podcast. We do all of our own sound effects live in studio. I need us to do that where somebody goes and pushes all those rubber chickens
At the same
down and
time.
goes,
Awesome.
yeah. My name is Neil,
My name is not Neil.
and that is how you should refer to us from this point forward.
Neil and not Neil.
Hey, Neil, not Neil. Welcome. That's Tyler.
Hey,
It's Tyler Tarver.
Thanks, bro.
Soon to be.
Mr.
I don't know. I was going to
Sue
say
Bud.
Dr. Tyler. It's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. Then we're going to change the name of this podcast to Cutting Things Open with Neil and Tyler because he's a doctor.
Dissecting a frog.
That's
with
what I
Neil
think
and
doctors
Tyler.
do. They cut stuff open.
Well, I will be
Every
looking
Jedi
forward to
is that-
writing prescriptions.
Oh my gosh. Can you?
No,
You can't?
no.
You don't
That's
give
a
you,
medical- that's
they don't
MD.
immediately give you a pad of paper
Hey.
that has and you just scribble something on there.
That's. I mean,
My
I can
doctor said
scribble.
cram it all, and they give you a
Cram-it-all?
Yeah, that's a pill.
Where do you insert it?
Oh, how dare you?
It's
Tyler.
not taken.
This is a children's podcast. That normally you say that. I've never said that out loud before.
How did it feel?
You always do.
It was pretty good, didn't it?
Oh, incredible!
It's a pretty good response.
It did. Welcome to the Explain Everything podcast, everybody.
We're still in the intro.
We are, and it doesn't matter.
Turn
This
me
is
back
what-
into the old me. Nowadays, everybody want to talk, got nothing to say. Nothing comes out in the mood. Leo's just a bunch of gibberish. Forgot about Dre. All right, go.
Okay. I
Go.
told you we do all of our own mixing in a moment. So every Monday we explain something to you in depth, in detail. We get down into the minutia.
In the manure.
We get into the weeds of it.
Get our hands and smush it in
What
there.
way?
Stick it in the wet concrete. Make our mark.
Make a paw print in the concrete.
Sign my name.
Make your mark.
4821.
So on Thursdays we have baby bonus bump episodes.
Little baby bump.
Yeah, little
You're
bump.
showing.
That's how you're gonna know. That's how you know somebody even listened to the podcast.
Yes,
We're
they're
like,
showing they're pregnant.
that's what you do. Okay, because you're kind of freaked out when you see someone. You don't ever say that to a woman. Like,
No.
hey, when are you due? What you do now?
You stick that hand. You go in and you start touching that belly button until you feel a kick.
But what you do now is instead of any of that, we've taken all the pressure off of you people. We've given you an out. You walk up to somebody you're not sure if they are or are not pregnant. You go,
now,
hey, did you listen to Thursday's episode
of the baby bump?
The baby
and they
bump.
say yes.
And they're like,
you say congratulations.
congratulations.
Boy or girl.
Don't do that.
Oh, yeah.
Do not.
Sorry.
So we are going to talk about a topic that I'll be honest with you, I'm torn on. I don't want to. I don't. Okay, so there's so much. What are we talking about? We're talking about Black Adam. Black Adam.
Black Adam. It's a movie.
Oh my gosh!
Starring The
It
Rock.
is a movie. Should we give people an overview of it? We need to give you spoiler alert.
Well,
here on
I
this
can
one.
give you I can give you 40% of the dialogue right now.
Yeah?
Teth Adam. They said his name. Like
Teth.
No, not
Stop
just
it, Teth.
Not Teth, not Adam. He's
Teth
got
Adam.
literally. Well, I say I would say
Yeah.
he has two first names, but his last name is a first name. His first name is almost a first name.
Yeah.
And it's like they said Teth Adam so many times.
Yeah, Teth Adam. How many times did they say Black Adam in there?
Not
Not
once.
once.
At the very end.
They
Man in
never said
Black.
at the very end. Yeah. Black
They-
Adam.
They got close.
No, and no one said it, but what's her name? Amanda Waller said it. She's the only person that said it. She goes, all right, you have my attention now, Black Adam. She's the only person in the movie that said his name.
And the outro.
Yes.
The lead scene. Spoiler alert, we're going to spoil some stuff.
We're spoiling all of it, but I'll be honest with you, there's not a lot to spoil.
No, you could've
because
guessed it.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson already did it.
How?
He spoiled everything.
How?
So I think I have a theory on this. The movie in and of itself, I think it would have got laughed out of the theater. But they added in a post-credit scene. No, it's called a mid-credit. A mid-credit scene that he basically told everybody about, that it was going to happen before they even did it, because it was an added bonus to actually go see the movie.
See the YouTube video of it. That's where I watched it.
Go watch that. I had somebody send it to me on TikTok before it actually even happened. So Dwayne The Rock Johnson plays Teth Adam. He's supposed to be, so Black Adam is basically supposed to be an Egyptian warrior. He's an Egyptian,
But he's Shazam.
he's Shazam. So, all right, a little backstory on this. Do we need to tell them the general story of it
Sure.
before we? Okay.
Yeah. Or he,
I don't even know if we'll be able to. This story is janky. I'm so upset over this.
I can see that.
Okay, so basically, like, what is it? 5,000 years ago.
Yep.
Teth Adam's son gets killed,
Yep.
and he all of a sudden gets powers.
No, his son got the powers.
Well, no, that was the version he told everybody. Yeah, I guess no. I guess
that's what happened.
Yeah, that's actually what happened. Yeah, his son got the powers, but then his son gave his dad the powers
Because he was about to die.
He was about to die. Gives him the powers.
As soon as he did, he gets lit by an arrow.
He did. He got lit up by Robin Hood.
Yeah, the Green Hornet got
Out of nowhere.
Not the Green Hornet.
Green Hornet? Hawkeye, I think is what you
Hawkeye's,
mean.
no, I was trying to do the Green
I had
Arrow guy.
somebody in this movie was watching it, and next to me, when Hawkman showed up on screen, they said, "Who's that?" Hawkman is in here, and they go, "Who's that?" And the one other guy goes, "That's Hawkeye." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, no, it's not Hawkeye."
But you didn't correct him.
No, I did not. Let it go, because I thought I'm not here to correct him. I'm here to rate this thing.
You're here to do
Less than 5 stars.
Let's work. Yeah, you would never rate it.
No. There's no
Gosh,
chance.
Neil.
So then fast forward 5,000 years, and it's like
All I can think now is at the end, you yelling, "You're no Sicario!"
where's Denny Villeneuve? It was. So,
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you.
It's okay. Well, so who directs this? Any
Michael
ideas?
Bay.
No.
Who? I don't know.
No, what's the guy's name that directed this? We'll get into that in a little bit. We need to finish what this story is all about. So there's like a lady that is there with a bunch of, I don't know, treasure hunters, and they basically, they're looking for this crown.
With the worst aim on planet Earth. Stormtrooper treasure hunters.
Oh, yeah.
They have
Yeah.
machine gun assault rifles, and she is slowly moving behind a rock and they miss.
Yeah, she's not even trying to not get hit.
No.
So she gets this crown that has a bunch of jewels in it.
Yep.
And basically she summons Black Adam by saying Shazam.
By reading the floor.
Yeah. The writing is on the floor. She reads that, and all of a sudden Shazam comes out. No, it's not Shazam. It's Black Adam.
Black Adam.
So he shows up, basically destroys everyone.
The wizards are the ones that put him back under there, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, wizards back then are the ones that gave him the power originally. They gave his son the power.
Yeah.
And then apparently you can just give that power away. His son actually made the worst decision out of anybody in this movie.
Yeah, I was like,
don't give your dad
not that great.
No, he's not that great. So then basically he's in the city of Kahndaq, where if you ever point on a map and show me where Kahndaq is.
It's a real place?
No, it's not.
Okay.
No, it's not.
It's not?
And they're trying to do that whole it's like it's a Middle Eastern town somewhere. You're not really sure where. It's supposed to be Egyptian, but it's not really. And then they never really leave that town ever. Well, these people are on the hunt for it. And what is the name? What is the name of these bad guys? This inter-police, enter bad guys. What is the name of these guys?
I think it's like inner police-ish.
Something like
Sounds
that.
like that.
And
Man,
they're a bunch of
reviewers.
no-namers.
I'll tell you
They're
that
a bunch of no-name people.
Yeah.
They're throwaway actors.
Yeah.
The Rock destroys everybody, falls in love with this family, I guess, because this kid is
It's a replacement mommy and son.
Yes, and I got to be honest with you. That kid on the skateboard, I haven't wanted to fight anybody in a long time. I want to fight that kid. I want to fight that kid right now.
Well, he can outrun you with his skateboard.
Because he's on a skate. What is this, 1994? When is the last time this trope has been done in a movie?
So, okay, 2022, what should he have been on?
He should have been on a one wheel.
A hoverboard?
Yes.
Still
no, he shouldn't have been on that. Like that was just okay. You're telling me this kid is running around in like absolute financial depravity. This is like not even third world country, but he has money to put comic books in his bag.
Yeah.
And he's got
Buy a skateboard.
posters.
And the roads are smooth enough.
Yeah.
You talk about how bad the city is. I can't go anywhere with the road without.
You can't even do it here.
No.
And he was over there. That kid, I'm telling you, there was a moment in there. I have 5 moments in here I wrote down that I laughed. And one of them is in here. And when this kid holds up and throws the rock or whatever it is.
The Illuminati sign.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So basically, Black Adam has to give up his powers. Because they realize there's this giant, the JSA, Justice Society comes in.
He has to not turn into a superhero, not give up his powers.
Right, because he can't be trusted.
Turn off his superhero.
Yeah, he has to turn him off. So how does he do that?
And he chooses to.
He does. He chooses to. But man, The Rock is about cardboard in this movie. Like the acting that he did in this is worse than any other movie I've ever seen him in.
Can I tell you what it reminds me of? It reminds me a lot of how Thor started out.
Yeah,
before they let Chris Hemsworth like be interesting.
You're right.
He's very basic Thor. I think they'll learn from it. They'll hire Taika Waititi and then they'll fix it. Which is what he did.
They might. So he basically gives up his powers because the JSA comes, and the JSA is it's Dr. Fate, it's Hawkeye, Atom Smasher, and I don't know what that girl's name is. I can't think of it.
Storm.
Yeah, I mean she might as well be, but she's basically like what? Like Twister. What's her name? I don't know what her name is.
Helen Hunt from Twister.
She's
Bob's Road.
Where'd you get this steak from? See any cows?
Nope.
That's
where.
So they show up and they don't really have a whole lot of reason other than Amanda Waller sends them. Here's my thought. I'm sorry, my voice went up 5 pitches. If Amanda Waller at the end of the movie decides to send Superman, why did she send a bunch of these third string people in? She didn't like him, obviously. She's like, I want all of you to die, so go take care of Black Adam. He'll kill you, and then we can send a person I really want to. It's like, that didn't make any sense to me.
Well, here's the thing. Whenever the world was about to burn, she sends in, like you said, the B team.
Yeah.
Okay. To stop this guy who's more powerful than all of them easily.
Right.
Okay.
Easily.
And then at the end, their reasoning for sending Superman was because Black Adam was like, well, I might leave this town.
Yeah.
And that's it. He didn't leave the town. He just they were doing banter and she's like, okay, well, watch this. And she sends Superman, I called in favors. I'm like, how about you call in favors whenever the bad guy's about to rip the world apart?
Yeah, we haven't even gotten to this point in the movie yet of who's the bad guy. We don't know. Is it Black Adam? Is it not? Is he the protagonist?
Is he the guy with the good hair?
Yes. Yeah, they had some dude in there that wants the crown. Well, he does get the crown, and apparently he goes to hell. I don't know where he went.
I don't know.
He turns into this.
He went to the bad wizard.
He went to
Voldemort.
It's like the whole scene flips upside down. Everything is sort of upside down, and he's down in the. Oh my
Stranger
gosh!
Things. All day.
Wow.
Yeah, that was Vecna.
Vecna all along. No, it was Agatha.
That's good.
Vecna all along.
That's good.
So he turns into a bad guy. Sabak is his name. Yeah. Well, right now, okay, Black Adam decides, hey, I'm going to put my powers aside, and you can put me in a liquid holding chamber in Alaska. I don't know where they went to. It's the only time in this entire movie they left the city.
Was whenever they stuck him underwater.
Yeah, they stuck him underwater in this.
With all those other people.
Right. A lot of other people. And we don't know who any of those people are.
Now,
so they're trying to make us be like curious, like, I wonder who else is in there. I don't care.
Also, I don't get that. Like, if you're going to put all the bad guys in one place, and then someone only has to get into one place.
Yeah.
It makes more sense to make 50 places.
Yes.
And then
keep them.
Because there's no guards.
No.
There was like 5 guys.
Right. At the end.
They couldn't hit one dude.
None of these guys, their aim is terrible.
Terrible.
They all have AKs and ARs and all this other stuff. They cannot hit
And he's
anyone.
beating them not with his powers.
Right. So what he does is he decides he has to come back. Right. So how did they break him out of there?
No, what's his name did it? The Dr. Love and Thunder. What's the guy's name?
Dr. Fate.
Dr. Strangelove. Yes.
Who's basically Doctor Strange.
Yes.
Now I will say, out of this entire movie, I liked him the most.
He did a good job. He was my favorite.
He did a great job.
I wanted to like Hawkman, but his lines were so generic and cheesy. I wanted him because I like that actor.
Yes.
He was in Friday Night Lights. That's where
he's amazing.
Yeah, he's great.
He did a great job with what they gave him, which was nothing.
Nothing.
They gave him all the throwaway scraps. He got beat up like 8 times in this movie, easily.
Yeah.
My blood pressure right now is through the roof.
Yeah.
So Hawkman's character don't really develop him a whole lot. The only reason why I think Dr. Fate was so I enjoyed him, they acted like he had some other life and some other purpose and some other backstory. Everybody else, nothing.
Well, no, Atom Smasher, I thought they did a good job on
a little
because
bit.
like you even got to see the Fonz being like on the video.
Yeah.
So it's like he's new to it. He borrowed his suit.
Yeah.
I thought they did a good job with him, and I like that actor. He does like a bunch of little rom-coms on Netflix.
Does he?
Yeah, he's a pretty nice
I didn't
guy.
know who he
seems
was.
like a sweetie.
He seems like, which is who you want. Good casting.
Want a sweetie.
So they basically Black Adam. Then who's not Black Adam? Who is he? He's just Adam. I don't know. Who is he? He fights off a bunch of militia in this underwater Alaskan prison.
Yeah.
Why did he not say Black Adam then? Or Shazam then?
No. Okay, that's what I was like.
What?
Is he got to get through the water here? Like, take it off there and say it now.
So he has this thing in his mouth. It's like his retainer. No, he had like his headgear on. So he couldn't say anything.
That's funny.
And so he's fighting all these people off without being able to breathe.
To try to get to the water, to swim to the top, to say Black Adam up there.
Okay, they're in Alaska. That water's cold. Don't you think he dies the second he gets in the water?
No, give him 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Well,
but he's also in the one place he can't say anything. You can't say
say it before you get out of the thing.
Right. That made absolutely no sense.
Yep.
That one really frustrated me. So he comes back to beat the bad guy who in this movie was the nice guy with the nice hair turns
he went a nice guy. You could tell he was sketch from the beginning.
Yeah, he just had a look on his face. So he turns into the bad. What was the bad guy's name?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
So
that is my point in this movie. There's a lot of people you're like, I just watched that and I don't know who these people. Sabak.
Yeah, I remember it after you said it. I remembered it.
Sabak is the bad guy's name. He looks like a devil.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
He's got like a star on his chest, not the right way. It's kind of upside down.
Upside downs.
And it's a comic book guy. Like it's a real dude. They didn't just make him up for this movie. But he like comes up out of the water and he's trying. What is he trying to destroy the city? No, he wants to get on the throne.
Yeah, he wants to sit on the throne. He does.
He does, right. So when he does, like Dr. Fate basically sacrifices himself and puts this bubble around the temple, which is, and this is another part when I laughed. When he puts his bubble around the temple and says, you can't come in here.
Why didn't he do that for the guy?
Right.
Do it before the guy gets in.
Yes.
Sorry.
All of that. Right.
Sorry, Hawkman.
So if no one else can do it, Hawkman stands outside for about what feels like 45 minutes and hits it with his club trying to get it. They do cutaways. They have all these people fighting inside this thing and they cut away to him just out there banging this thing like a drum. Just, I can't get in. It was so comical. Well, they get in there. Dr. Fate gets killed. Sorry about that. The only person in this movie that I cared about gets killed.
Yep.
And then basically Black Adam comes out of nowhere and beats him up. Because I mean he's
beats up the bad guy.
Yeah, he beats up the bad guy. And then, everybody's like, hey, and he has a cape on now this time.
Yep. He grew a cape. It was in the water. He grew a cape.
So that's where capes grow.
That's where capes grow.
If you want to get a cape, kids, it's in the water.
Yeah.
The thing that I laughed about was all of these like skeleton people that were somewhat on fire came up out of the ground to fight the people in the city of Kahndaq when the bad Sabak guy came to life. Did any of them hurt a single human being?
I saw one that when they all like ran into him, like, freedom.
Yeah.
What is that? What is that movie? Braveheart.
Yeah.
When they bravehearted into these dudes.
Yeah.
I saw one of them like kind of get knocked back, but not get hurt.
No, they didn't hurt anyone. They're
an 11-year-old on a skateboard.
Yes.
Beat them.
With his skateboard.
So how threatened are we supposed to be by these people?
Right. Yeah, that. So everybody starts, the city rises up, and this is when this skateboard kid, I don't know what his name is, he stands up on like this big, I don't know, some big piece of concrete, and he throws up the Illuminati sign in front of all the people, and he starts dialoguing about how we need to rise up and defeat these people. And they're like, yeah, we're going to do it. You're not going to do anything.
They beat up the skellies.
The skeleton people. Yeah. They beat up like 4 skeleton people. There were hundreds of them, supposedly, who never really hurt anybody. They're just misunderstood.
No. Here's the deal. This is another part I was just like, really? Whenever it all started, this is all happening, and everybody's like, those dudes come to life, the little skeletons.
Yeah.
The mom and the kid are the only 2 there. Where is everyone else?
Yeah.
And he runs to what? An area they had been huddling up?
Yeah.
Over the past couple minutes?
It's so bad. It's so bad. So Black Adam comes and he kills Sabak, and then he's standing there floating, and they're like, no, the lady who hated him the entire movie doesn't trust him. All of a sudden goes, he's our hero, the one that we've always needed. I'm like, you literally 30 seconds ago, you hated him, trying to protect your son from him. And all of a sudden you're like, yeah, he's okay. Why? Because he has a cape now. Because that's where, because he went to the water and got a cape.
Here's my thing. It was, okay. So, I mean, like the fighting styles, all that, like it was pretty good. CGI, they did a good job.
And all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
It was pretty good. There was a couple parts when they were fly fighting. I was like, this is like the Matrix 3. Yeah. So I was like, this is a little bit unbelievable.
Yeah. A little bad.
But overall, if this movie had come out 20 years ago, I'd have been like, oh yeah, it was really good. Like I would have liked it.
Yeah.
The problem is like Neil says, we know better. Like we've seen actual superhero movies with good storylines. These superhero movies used to be generic like this.
Yes.
And they were fine. We were okay with it.
You're right.
But now it's like we expect storylines. We expect character development. We expect nuances. We expect depth. We expect all these things because of what Marvel's done and even other people.
Yeah.
What they've done. Like even Chronicle is a superhero movie with more depth.
More character
than
development.
This. Yes. It's like we've seen better now, so we expect our superhero movies not just to be, what were the 2 terms, fun and something else?
I don't know.
Fun and lighthearted. I don't know.
Yep.
But whatever it is it's getting reviewed as, we expect them now to be good stories. And that's the problem with this movie. The problem is that, not that it was bad, it's that superhero movies have gotten so much better.
Yeah.
And it's been left behind.
Yeah. This feels like something that easily could have come out in the 90s.
Exactly. It's like comparing isn't Jesse Owens, like he was the greatest track star in the world, but now he wouldn't even qualify because of his time. But then he broke records. Now he wouldn't qualify. That's where it is. Like it would have been good then, but the bar has been raised so much.
Yeah. You're right.
It won't match up.
You're right.
That's my opinion.
We have a lot of other things to compare it to, which you're right. And I think there's nothing original in this. Everything visually that they did, or storyline that they did, or even really character development, is something you've seen someone else do in another superhero movie.
Have we seen a superhero movie where the main guy started out just roasting people, killing people? Like, And like, there's a classic storyline of the bad guy turned good.
Yeah.
But they always start out as a bad guy. Like, they're always the antagonist to our protagonist. This guy started out, he did save the girl, but he was like murdering people left and right.
Well, okay, didn't we just do that with Doctor Strange? You're like, oh, can we trust him? Can we not trust him? Whatever. Oh, but he's still our hero.
Doctor Strange? No, Doctor Strange didn't start off killing people.
No, he didn't start off that way.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm trying to think of one where they start, because that's like, it is a little jarring, because he came out and he's just toasting these dudes.
Yeah, but he's toasting bad guys. Is he toasting good guys? No.
I mean, he's toasting everybody.
There's an entire army that came after him to kill him. Who wouldn't stand up and fight them?
Yeah, I mean, we get it because they were trying to kill that lady. And so that's where it's like, okay, now we can justify
maybe
it.
He's protecting her.
But still, though, like, he didn't have any any hesitation about just taking him out.
No, he's probably killing him because he's like, you guys have terrible aim. You need to not be here anymore.
He's like, you're just a bad employee.
So bad. So bad. The problem is with this thing in general is it was hyped up too much.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and I felt bad for The Rock walking around. Like, I wanted to say nice things just because he was like, oh, it's going to be great. I'm like,
He kept saying that. The whole hierarchy. So it's been every bit of 7 years. The hierarchy of power in the DC EU is about to change. Did it?
I mean, is it their biggest? I mean, how did it do box office wise compared to the rest of them?
It's nowhere near, but
it's not near what? Justice League?
No.
What's above it?
No. Aquaman is above it.
Okay.
Man of Steel is above it.
Man of Steel is good.
Justice League, not Zack Snyder, but the first one actually did better initially.
Yeah.
Now this one is still getting money. That's those other ones. As soon as they came out, Batman versus Superman did better.
Okay.
They all, you know what I mean? Like they did collectively, they definitely have done better. I don't think the balance of power shifted. So this is what bothers me, but I think I kind of understand it, is right now in Rotten Tomatoes. Well, let me say this. What would you give this out of 10 stars?
Like a 7.
Really?
Neil, your rating system is ridiculous.
No,
Stop looking at me like, what would you rate it?
I gave it a 4.
Okay, so I'm an educator.
Yeah.
It's a C movie.
It's not even a C movie.
Yes, it is.
No way.
The action scenes weren't elevating it to a C.
I would give it a D.
Why?
I would give it a D because it's not. Those weren't fulfilling. You're like, oh my gosh,
but it was
that
good,
was incredible. It's fun. I'll give it that.
It's eating Reese's Pieces, but it's not good for you.
No,
but it's
that
fine.
Reese's Pieces has shards of glass in it. It's painful. It is painful to eat.
Calm down, diabetic man. Okay, chill.
It was Halloween yesterday, and I didn't get any candy. It's so right now. I actually, to prove it to you, I'm not wrong.
Okay, no, stop it. Okay, no, you're bothering me with your little rating system. Okay, what would you rate like Man of Steel, the first Superman with Henry Cavill?
I would give every bit of a 7, maybe an 8. Actually, I would say it's an 8. I would say it's an 8. Now, here's the problem is that when it first came out, that over time that rating goes up. I'm like, no, you know what? That actually might be a 9 because you realize how rare that actually was.
What's Spider-Man in the Spider-Verse?
Every bit of an 8, maybe a 9.
Okay, then no, I don't care about your rating system. That's a freaking 10.
Oh my gosh.
Spider-Verse? How's Spider-Verse not a 10?
No, I'm sorry. Spider-Verse. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I thought you meant like No Way Home. I'm sorry. I'll give that a 10.
Okay.
I'll absolutely give that a 10.
I was literally about to just like start questioning.
You guys, all right, viewer or listener.
I was reaching over to turn off record and shut down this
Tyler
thing.
had a look on his face just now that really actually frightened me. And I've never been frightened in this recording booth before, but we're here alone and I really need to crack a window because it's getting warm in here.
It is. I was like, wow.
I'm sorry. You said Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
That is a banger.
Yeah.
That's a 10.
Okay. I was like, what did it do wrong? It was
No,
perfect.
it did nothing wrong.
All it did wrong was push back the sequel.
I can't wait for that.
They pushed it back.
I know. And hey, listen, I'm like, take your time. Do whatever you need.
Don't rush
whatever
this.
you need to do.
Speaking of rushing this, Henry Cavill, when they filmed this scene, they put in
less than a month before.
Yeah.
So what they had originally done, that scene at the end, and I don't know if you can think about this. A lot of people don't really. This is so dumb. I'm gonna nerd out about this. Are The Rock and Henry Cavill in the scene together?
Probably not.
They're not. You never see both of them on camera at the same time. They filmed this months ago with just a 3D rendering of Superman from basically what they did in Shazam. They didn't show his face.
Yeah.
Because they didn't know if they could actually use that.
Yeah.
Because this is a nod toward the Snyderverse, which we said in our
they're trying to kill.
Right. So all of a sudden he comes back, which is interesting.
Why? Do you think James Gunn approved it and that's why they did it?
No, I think things were already happening. So what we know now is that the head of the DC films was let go 2 days after this movie premiered. He left.
Like he was let go or he left?
They basically said it was mutually exclusive. I'm done here.
Well, I guess
but they also want
de-exclusively.
Yeah, mutually.
they said bye to each other.
So he left or got let go.
Okay.
And then days after that, they announced that James Gunn and the other guy are going to be.
But he was there when they allowed Superman to come, like Henry Cavill to come back.
Yes, and I wonder if that was some of the fight. That's
like
what I wonder about.
He wanted him back or he didn't want him back?
Didn't want him back.
And The Rock pushed for it. I heard The Rock pushed for Henry Cavill.
Yes. So he pushed, and then they're like, okay, yes, we'll get Henry Cavill in here. Henry Cavill actually filmed that less than 30 days before the premiere. He filmed it in front of a green screen, and he got to choose which costume he wanted to wear. Because the dark one, the middle of the road one, or the blue one, and he went back to the blue one because he said that's like the purest Superman that there was. So now we know there will be a Man of Steel 2 exclusive. Good. That one will happen. And then, okay, the way this movie got made, originally this character, which makes so much more sense, but I honestly think The Rock's ego got in the way.
Yeah.
This was supposed to be a Shazam movie where Black Adam is the antagonist. Shazam
and they turn him into a good guy.
Right.
Like we just talked about.
Yes. That makes sense because you have basically two people that were developed by these wizards fighting each other.
Yeah.
It would have made so much more sense. Dwayne The Rock Johnson fought to only get his own movie. He didn't want to be some side character. He didn't want to be the Scorpion King. He didn't want to be this little side thing.
And then they made him a movie out of it.
Right, which, I mean, did it do well? I don't know. Maybe it did.
Greatest
maybe it
movie ever made. What would you rate it?
Oh, my
Actually,
gosh.
No, I'm kidding. That one I would be like, all right, that's not even.
So it was supposed to be in that movie, and he didn't. He fought. Now, I also think the reason why this thing took between 10 and 15 years to get to the screen is because he just stuck his heels in the ground, became a bigger and bigger and bigger star. So at the end of the day, is this a good movie? No. Is this even a good story? No. The Rock is entertaining.
Yeah.
And that's so what I ask myself as I'm sitting there watching this and then you see the reviews, because right now on Rotten Tomatoes, it has a 39, but it has an audience score of 90%. So you have to ask yourself, who is this movie for? Yeah. It's for young kids. It's for people who are not really, they don't care about this big story development. And maybe you're right. Maybe we've started to want more out of it because if we had a bunch of janky, let's say Marvel had never come around and we only had DC, we probably would be like, okay, this is actually pretty good.
Excited about it.
Yes. And we're not because we've gotten better.
Yes.
And so this isn't in that category.
I mean, honestly, if you think about it, that's like with every series. And it's almost like, we lump DC and Marvel together because they're just so close, Like a lot of people, if you did a quiz, most of them wouldn't know which superheroes go to which.
You're right.
And so it's like you look at that being lumped. But then with regards to like Star Wars, every Star Wars movie that comes out, people blast it. It's because it started out really good.
Yep.
Like the second movie was the peak. Yes. And so it's now after that, like the episode 5, that was like the peak. And now it's like everything is compared to that. And so it's like, that's what's hard about these movies. And it's almost like fresh start movies. We're like, surprisingly good. It's like, really? You just didn't have anything to compare
No expectations.
to. Exactly.
Yep.
It's like the first girl they dated versus,
later on.
My dream girl broke up with me.
She gone.
She did.
So this thing made $67 million at the U.S. box office on opening weekend. That is the largest opening number for Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
That surprises me. I figured Fast and Furious would have something on it.
And it doesn't, which is crazy.
That's crazy. And we're not counting Guardians of the Galaxy? I'm sorry. It's 3 a.m.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Oh, sheesh. I'm Vin Diesel. Sorry.
No, that's the first human ever created.
Yeah,
was that one. So in perspective, this made less than the Eternals movie made on opening weekend.
Oh, The Eternal?
Yeah.
Wow.
Think about that.
I didn't know The Eternals did that well.
It did. And that's not a great movie.
No,
I mean, it's like,
could have been better.
Will I ever watch it again? No.
Probably not.
Will I
I'll watch
this
it
one
with
again?
Titus someday.
Yeah. So most Marvel fans don't even remember that one. But here's what, and Dwayne he is a promoter. Is what he does. He can promote the heck out of something. He said that fans' opinions are the only ones that matter. Well, you and I joked around this about will he ever get an EGOT? No, he doesn't care.
No.
About making something of substance. He wants you to go and have fun. And did people do that? Yeah. He showed up at a theater, and I listened to a couple of people talk about it. He showed up at a theater for a big premiere, and they were having problems with the projection. So while they took 30 minutes, he just entertained the audience for 30 straight minutes, and they're cheering. They can't get enough of him. He's just an incredible entertainer. He started that in wrestling taught him well.
Oh gosh, yes. He knows.
He knows
how to captivate an audience. He knows how to get people's attention and make it fun.
So there's zero writing in this movie. I felt like this entire movie, Dwayne The Rock Johnson was winking at us.
Yeah.
Like it was like he felt like but also he didn't act well in this.
No,
he was very okay.
He's bland. He's a bland character. They didn't give him anything.
They gave him nothing.
Yeah, and then you're supposed to believe that because literally, you got to imagine he like woke up a day after his entire family died. Like this is like in his mind, this is like a day or two after his entire family died. He's been gone for 5,000. But it's like they tried to fast forward that, and you're just kind of like, bro. First off, how are you speaking English? Second off, like this. Like, this doesn't make any sense.
You're so right. I don't even think about that once.
Like, all of it. It was just...
It was a little bit rough. There were times where in this movie, I felt like it didn't have a director. I feel like The Rock got too much... So the real director's name is Jean Colette Serra. He has mostly directed Liam Neeson movies. He did The Shallows, and then he just directed Dwayne Johnson in Jungle Cruise. To put that movie, it took me 2 or 3 days to get through, and I watched it with my daughter.
This one took me too.
Did it really?
I watched it, and then right before the big battle,
I was like, "You're like, nah."
Yeah.
It's
I rewatched it the next day.
So the VFX on Tiny Black Adam, when they like made his body smaller, but they did the thing that they did for Bucky. Sorry, not Bucky. Captain America. Where they like made his body really small and kept his head on him. When they did those scenes in here, it was laughable. I was like, what are you doing? It was so weird. So the part that I think about this with when I said no one is telling him no, I feel like he has carte blanche to do whatever he wants in these movies. Just the way, and where else did that go wrong? Think about what George Lucas did. At some point, people had to be like, "Man, you need to stop.
Yeah, chill with the Jar Jar.
You need to stop." And it can't. And he had no idea. So yeah, I laughed a lot in this movie, but not because it was a comedy or because it was funny. I laughed out loud. There's so many things that they did in this movie that other movies have done, I think, a lot better. But I do have to say this about him: the dude knows how to promote a movie.
Yes, he does.
He knows how to. Also, good Lord, is he not massive in this thing? There's no padding in that costume.
That's crazy. It is yoked.
It was almost like there were times I was like, they drew him too big. Oh, wait, no, that's not even drawing. That's just him. He's gigantic in this. Yeah. We've not seen him. It was almost, this sounds so weird to say. It was almost too much. I was like, right, you can't move around well.
Yeah, they got to crank him down.
Somebody needs to, hey, man.
I do like creatine. I like at the beginning they had him get cut by that stuff. It showed they could be hurt. And that's the thing. I heard this thing the other day. It said like Superman is a superhero for little boys. Batman is a superhero for grown men because Superman doesn't have any problems.
Yeah,
like in the end, nothing can hurt. Like he's gonna be fine. Nobody's ever worried about Superman. Batman, like he's dealing with crap.
Yeah.
And when you grow up and you're a grown man, like you're dealing with crap.
I'm a grown man.
I gotta deal
with
got
stuff.
issues. Like that's the thing. And then like that's I don't know. I felt like at first, now I see superheroes and I'm like, are they dealing with anything? And whenever he came out,
probably not.
If nothing can hurt him, like, okay, I'm supposed to worry about you. Like you're gonna be fine.
All right, so this could be our greatest segment that we could ever possibly do in this right now, and we got to do it.
The question on everyone's mind, will it rock? answer is probably yes.
Okay, here's my question.
Oh, you have one? Okay. Well, we should both do this. Go. Go.
So I'll propose how we change the segment. You propose.
Okay.
How will it unrock? Would this movie,
yes,
you put in a different actor,
yes,
would have been better or worse?
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Who could possibly do this?
Nicolas Cage.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just kidding.
That would be, I would watch that.
No, for real. No.
Who would, okay, same story. Everything is the same. You just have a different
swap
actor.
out The Rock.
Same lines, same everything.
Okay, here's my question.
Yeah.
Whenever they Shazam, the other Shazam.
Yeah.
What is that dude's name? Zachary Quinto? Not Quinto.
Zach.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. That dude, the adult, is that a grown-up version of the kid?
Yes.
Okay. Because I was about to say, if that's just like what the
no, I mean, he's not the same kid. It's
I know.
That kid becomes an
adult.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Here's my question. Whenever that kid gets older, will he look like that guy?
No.
Okay. So then he turns into another person. What if, for this movie, all the Shazam people turn into Zachary, what's his name? Would it?
Zac Efron.
Nope.
Zachary Levi.
Yes. Okay. That's it. Zachary Levi. If instead of turning, because The Rock just turned into the same guy stronger.
You're right.
So do you think that kid, when he gets older, he's going to look like Zachary Levi?
No, he doesn't.
How do you know?
He does, because they're not the same person.
How do you know?
Because it's in the movie. It's in the comic
It's the same guy.
No.
He has the same brain.
Yeah, but not really. It's basically you take on the personality of this other person. It's the same brain, but you're in a completely different body. But it's not your body.
So then The Rock gets to be The Rock, just stronger.
Yes, yeah, that's basically. You're right. I didn't even think about that. He's the same person. Boy, that doesn't add up.
No. So Zachary Levi, would he be better? Say that every time you Shazammed, you turn into Zachary Levi.
I think it'd be way more cheesy.
Yeah,
it'd be way more.
I just don't think he could be.
I don't think so.
Would that be better or worse though?
Actually, be worse.
Okay,
I think it'd be worse. You know who would actually do the exact same job that Dwayne The Rock Johnson did? Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
He's like he's got no personality anymore.
No.
He's got no character. He's actually
aggravated that he's getting paid to be in movies.
Yeah, he doesn't actively want to be in the movie. That's the only way it could have been worse. Who else could have done this? Man, Nicolas Cage, you're right. That is funny. That's very funny.
Trying to think who could have.
Oh my gosh. Okay, new storyline development. What if, so just the way in Shazam, that little kid, when he says Shazam, he becomes the real Shazam? We need to find out who it is that when they say Shazam becomes Dwayne The Rock Johnson as Black Adam, who says Shazam and becomes them. There's only one person that it could be.
Go.
It's gotta be Kevin Hart. Oh my gosh. It has to be Kevin.
That would be amazing.
That would be absolutely incredible.
Yeah, but it's Jumanji, so it's still Kevin talking. So The Rock gets to impersonate Kevin Hart the entire movie.
Absolutely.
Better movie. 100%.
Even 100%. I would watch
a movie where Kevin Hart turns into Dwayne The Rock Johnson, but Dwayne The Rock Johnson has to have the personality of Kevin Hart.
Oh my gosh.
Subscribe.
I would definitely do that.
And then he has to, the way he beats the villains is he hits them with tortillas. Like that TikTok.
Until they spit water.
Oh, so funny.
Hey, did you see Kevin Hart dressed up like that? The little guy that he played in Game of Thrones, the short guy. He also played in Elf.
Oh, it's Tyrion?
Yeah, he dressed up as him as Halloween yesterday.
Did he really?
Yeah.
I love it.
He's funny.
I love it.
He leans into it.
Yeah, well, good, because a lot of them. So we're going to be in a town that he's performing in, like in a couple months.
Okay.
And we were like, oh, we should go see him. And it's like tickets to his show. It's like $700 to $800 for bad seats.
No.
Yeah. Per person.
You better be laughing loud because you want to get on that recording.
Make it worth my money, Kevin. Don't make it up on this.
Make me laugh.
I feel like a lot of times he's just like, here's what happened yesterday. And I'm like, okay, you're just good at telling stories.
Yeah, is that
again, I guess
$700 worth of? Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe. Well, I do not. I mean, if you're going to watch this movie, wait until it comes out on streaming platform.
Yeah. Don't pirate it online.
Spend your money on this movie.
Do not want to.
No, because then Dwayne will come get you. Find out. He didn't get his money, boy. What makes Dwayne more angry than anything else is not getting paid.
Yeah, he wants to get his money.
I didn't get paid.
Making money moves.
Why does he talk like that?
I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds more like Kevin Hart. There it is, Black Adam. That is all the spoilers. I go through all the stupid notes. I didn't even get to my notes. I just ranted for 35 straight minutes. Tyler gave it a 7. I gave it a 4. You guys make up your own minds.
If you give it a 5 stars on our podcast,
if you do give us 5 stars on our podcast,
Neil wouldn't even 5-star our own podcast.
I would. It's the only thing that I would. Yeah. I told you, it goes the garden tomb where Jesus was buried and resurrected, and our podcast, both 5 stars.
And Sicario.
5 stars and Sicario. Yeah. It's a slow burn.
He said it's a slow burn. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to get my brain in the right place from you giving Spider-Verse an 8. I know it was an accident.
Yeah, but
I'm still trying to recover.
You guys, I was like, where did Tyler get that knife from? Wow, he's coming after me. He came out
Put the tortilla down, Tyler.
Put the tortilla down, Tyler. All right. Hey, everybody, thanks for coming to our podcast.
Hey.
That's not how it goes. TED Talk. There it is. Bye.
Thanks for listening to Tyler and Neil Explain Everything. Officially your 4th favorite podcast. New episodes every Monday and little baby bonus episodes every Thursday. Send this to everybody in your contact list if you don't want Tyler to update all your passwords. Looks like you made it.